Hi there, CMS musicians and families. This is a slideshow that should help you navigate the music ensembles as they will exist this year. This year's obviously quite different, and so we want to walk you through it a little bit, but we have a long tradition of having some really fabulous music ensembles, instrumental music ensembles, specifically here at CMS. A lot of our band students join ensembles to develop their skills, to play different styles and kinds of music, to play a little bit more advanced music, and basically to play more music too, get extra help and experience, to work with different teachers, make new friends, play with older and younger kids. Sometimes we've had the opportunity to work with high schoolers, bring in clinicians, play extra concerts, travel, and take field trips. So they typically are lots of fun. I hope you can sign up for some this year. If you've never tried them, I'm sure you'll like it. And did I mention they're lots of fun? So this year will be a little bit different, although some of the similarities are that we have our kind of individual ensembles, which is brass, woodwinds, and percussion, and then also drumline. Those are, homogenous groups. For brass, it's all the brass players. It's typically a group that is anywhere from 20 to 40 members. Woodwinds, same thing. All the different woodwinds are welcome. And then for percussion ensemble, we typically have a similar amount, 15 to 20 students in the percussion ensemble, although we can take quite a few more. And then the drum line is typically 15 to 20 people as well. Those are pretty fun instruments to play. And then we have our large groups, jazz band, pep band, and travel band. Some other groups that are not instrumental in terms of the band section of things would be orchestra, central singers, and the musical pit orchestra in the springtime. We also have guitar club, which I'll mention. So these are kind of our different groups that we offer at CMS, and we hope you can take a look at joining one this year. These are not classes. These are in addition to your regular band class. There are no auditions, so you don't have to worry about not getting in. You'll be signing up online this year on the CMS website. If you go to the Student Activities tab, and you'll be able to drop down and find a bands or a band ensembles link there. Rehearsals so far, our plan is to do them after school this year. That's a change from previous years. We've been doing them before school. So rehearsals will be after school, and it'll be a little bit different this year because you'll go with your cohorts. So if you are hybrid cohort A and you're in school Monday and Tuesday, you would come to Monday and Tuesday. If you're cohort B, you could come to Wednesday and Thursday. If you are EP online, you would only be able to join using the Zoom link. So basically, a rehearsal sequence that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'd have half the kids there and half online, and then it would alternate Wednesday and Thursday. EP online kids can certainly join us for the rehearsals that we choose to do outside. So obviously that will depend on the weather, and we're working on creative solutions for that. Obviously, as the year goes on, students will want to partake in some of those. Registration is simply $20. I think you can pay online with credit or send in a paper check to Student Activities. Scholarships are always available. Hopefully you can take advantage of those. And then this year's ensembles, this is kind of a rough draft, but we're going to start with pep band because we could go outside for most of October. Pep band typically plays at football games anyway, and so we'll kind of be used to doing that outside. We're going to play outside on the grassy knoll, kind of on the east side of CMS. Just south of the tennis courts. That should be a good spot for us. We can practice just about anywhere with the pep band, and we'll space out. And that would allow us to involve anybody who's an EP online or hybrid. We are able to mix cohort A and cohort B only when we're outside. So that's kind of the plan for pep band. Drumline is going to be held inside. More details as we develop that for November. Jazz band should be December and January. These are rough drafts. Things may change developing alongside any plans we have to shift to either full in-person learning or distance learning throughout the year. And so we'll have to stay tuned for that. But you can see the map here: percussion, woodwind, and brass. Those smaller groups will happen in February. Guitar and ukulele perhaps in March. And then travel band obviously will definitely depend on where things go with school and the way that it's set up. Typically, that is a group that travels this coming year to Madison and Wisconsin Dells. So obviously, the hotel rooms and the busing will depend on how things go. So stay tuned for information as we go along with that. Kids usually do at least one. I think you'd be surprised how many students get involved with these awesome communities. It's a great way to meet new people, make lots of new friends, and get to know some high school students if we mix with them sometimes. A lot of kids end up doing multiple ensembles throughout the year. And this year will be unique in that they come one at a time. So I suppose a student who plays multiple instruments could possibly be in all of them, I suppose. So it's an opportunity also to try a secondary instrument if you want to get some lessons on a second instrument and join one of our groups. We'll talk about that as a possibility. There's an activity bus available. I think the plan for now is to rehearse until about 4 o'clock. And so, again, more information will be coming once you sign up for that. Pep Band is going to start this week on Wednesday, and we plan on having an interesting start, kind of feeling it out as we go along, and go till about 4 o'clock, and then parents could pick students up outside if they just want to stay outside. And otherwise, the activity bus will be available about 4:15, 4:30. Various concerts throughout the year will probably turn into a few video projects, especially if we're joining students from home. We will probably not do as many concerts this year. In fact, the December concerts have been canceled for now in lieu of doing some projects, some video recordings, some audio recordings. And so basically, as you know, we're just going to have to be flexible this year and see how it goes. Typically, groups travel to the Mall of America or over to St. Paul, Edina Jazz Festival, Chicago, Madison, Eau Claire, etc. But those will have to happen a different way this year until we hear new news. This is kind of a helpful sheet here that can help clarify what instruments can play in which groups. So, for example, if you play piano or guitar, we could use you in the jazz band. Same with upright bass or electric bass. We could take you in the concert band, symphonic band, I guess we call that. The flute, oboe, bassoon, clarinet, alto saxophone, tenor, baritone, saxophone. Those are all welcome in woodwind ensemble, some in jazz band, some in pep band. So you can see there, symphonic band is on there. I'm sorry I didn't change those. We've started to call it travel band a little bit more in the past few years. So as you can see, percussion can join percussion ensemble, drumline, jazz band, pep band, and symphonic band. So if you want to inquire a little bit more about what each instrument can do, feel free to send us an email. Send an email to your band director, me, or Ms. Sommerfeld. And we hope that you can join us for one of these ensembles. They are a lot of fun. This year's going to be kind of unique, but we want to keep the tradition of excellence going and get everybody involved in the unity and the artistry and the excellence and the legacy of our ensembles here at CMS. So please inquire for more information. Have a great day.